everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're making vegan curried meatballs. This is cooked in a coconut cream sauce and it's super delicious. You can even use this recipe to make patties for burgers. So if you guys would like to see how to make this, keep watching. We're going to start by soaking our soya chunks. This is the brand that I'm using. I got this at Food Town Supermarket. If I find it on Amazon, I will leave a link for it in the description box. You want to soak this. It takes about 20 minutes to soak. It soaks up pretty quickly, and once it feels like a wet sponge, you're going to go ahead and squeeze out all of the water that you can get out of it and place it into a bowl. If you wanted to wash it with some lime juice, of course you can. Want to wash it really well, squeeze out that liquid and place it into a bowl. Once you have all of the soya chunks, we're going to process it next. You want to process this until it looks like minced meat. That's why I like this particular type of soya chunks for this recipe. So process it until it's very, very fine. And once you soak it properly, it's going to process really quickly. And then empty this into a bowl. If you're interested in the food processor that I'm using, it's a small, nice size. I'll link it in the description box for you guys. It's very powerful and I prefer using it instead of using a big one. So to a skillet, add oil on medium heat and then go in with chopped onions. I'm also going to go in with some chopped pimento peppers. If you don't have pimento, you can use red jalapeno if you live here in the US. And season with some salt and saute until it's very tender. Now once tender, we're going to add in some minced garlic. And we'll add in some chopped celery, leaves and stalk. And cook this for an additional minute. Once cooked, go ahead and empty it into the minced soya. You want to season the soya with some salt. Empty in your aromatics. And now we're going to add our binding agent. So we have some green seasoning to flavor and some seasoned pinto beans. This is the one I picked up. I drained out as much liquid as I could. You can use any type of beans. You just want to make sure the beans are nice and soft. And you're going to take your spoon or you can use your hands and give it a good mix and smash down on those beans. It should look pasty like this, or you can process it with your minced soya if you wanted to. Now these are going to be very delicate, so you want to take your time and form them into balls and place it on a tray. It's not going to be very, very solid. You can form these into patties also if you wanted to. These you spritz with a little oil, and I like baking them at 350 for around 40 to 45 minutes until they're golden brown. Once they're done, you set them aside. You need them to cool down before you can continue with the recipe. So to a pot, I'm adding in oil, and to the oil I'm going to add in some geera seeds or cumin seeds, and I'm going to go in with some meaty or some fenugreek seeds. You want these to start to brown. You don't want them to burn, but let them get dark brown in color, and then go in with some curry leaves. If you don't have curry leaves, you can omit it. So let that pop for a couple of seconds, and then we'll add in some chopped onions and chopped pimento pepper or scotch bonnet or habanero, and saute until tender and fragrant. Now I'm going in with some minced garlic and mix. You want the garlic to get nice and tender, but you don't want it to burn. Then we'll go in with our curry powder. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of this curry powder. And we're going to toast it on that medium-low heat with some ground geera until it feels grainy. After which we'll go in with some water to help it cook. You want to cook out that curry really well, so you add that water in and allow this to cook until it turns into a thick paste and then the oils start separating from that paste. See how it looks? That's how you want it to look, and if you look closely you'll see the oil start separating. You want to make sure that curry is cooked well. Now we're going to add in water to make the curry sauce. Give that a good mix. Make sure there are no lumps of curry, and then go in with coconut milk powder or coconut milk. This is going to add so much flavor to this sauce, and give that a mix and bring this up to a simmer. This needs to simmer until it starts to reduce by about half before you add in the balls. So you see how it looks? That's how you want it to look. Taste your sauce, make sure it has enough salt, it has enough flavor. You can add some salt to the sauce if you like, or some all-purpose seasoning or complete seasoning. Then go in with the meatballs, just nestle them in. Remember, they're very delicate, so you want to take your time with them. You don't want them to break up. And these are going to cook in this curry sauce for about 5 minutes, and then it's ready to be enjoyed. And that's it, guys. It's so easy and it's so tasty. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you try it, comment, let me know what you think. If you're on Instagram and you post it, tag me so that I can repost it. I paired it with a piece of mango achar, which is just perfect, and this with white rice, amazing. Do you see how delicate it is? It still holds together, but it's still delicate. So thank you all for joining me today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.